Totally Beads Live. How are you doing today? It is very bright, blue sky, little bit of a chill in the air, but it is a lovely bright autumnal day here in Merseyside. So today I'm going to be making with you some very easy chain necklaces with some lovely little feature beads. We're going to be using a little bit of wire and some little wrap loops to attach them on, and you're going to get a full suite of jewellery today. So I'm already wearing the earrings, I have my bracelet on as well to match, and we're also going to be making a necklace. We've got a really good deal for you today, so you can buy a whole set of this jewellery for an amazing price, but we've got 3 colourways. So if you decide actually for that price I would like to get all 3, then we've got the multi-buy offer on for you as well. So drop me a comment. Where are you watching from? What's the weather like? What have you been up to? How's your week going so far? I don't know what day we're on. It is Wednesday. I'm all confused with my days this week. So hopefully so far you've been having a really lovely week. I'm going to take you over to the website straight away and we're going to get going. We're going to get making. So I'm just going to wait for a few people to come in. I've got Brenda who said she'll be right back, so I don't know where she's gone. But thank you for joining us this morning. Hello to lovely Mina. She says good morning, Natalie and everyone. Good morning to Camille. She says it's blue sky again where she's watching from as well. Oh, Amanda says hi from sunny St Helens. Amanda, you are round the corner from where I am. I am Prescott, and spend many of my time in St Helens going to the shop and whatnot. So how are you doing? Thank you for joining me today. Brenda's going to post her work, so that is exciting. Can't wait to see. Hello to Alison from Germany. She says it's extremely chilly. Is that neblig? Is that cold? Is that windy? No, windig is windy, so it's neblig. There you go. Don't know where that's come from in my memory bank. Hopefully I've pronounced that right. So Alison says it is chilly in Germany. Hello to Heidi. She says good morning everybody. Carol is in. Hello my love. Mina says she got the kit for the Juliet bracelet yesterday and she's made a few. Well, I'm hoping you're going to like these. There are some lovely little sparkly little Diamantes in these as well. So if you want, you can make an even bigger kit with what you've already been getting. You can add that to your collection and they should match as well. Hello to Tutu in Hawaii. She says hello everybody. Hello to Lucy Lockett. She says good morning lovely Natalie. Hello sweetheart. Hello to Louise in Wiltshire. Good morning to Margaret. She says it's cloudy in Fife. Hello to Janet. She's giving you all a wave. Trina's here. Trina's from Denmark. She says a little sunny but cold, hugs from here. Hugs back to you, warm hugs. Good morning to Esther in Preston. She's got blue sky where she is. Hello to Judy. She's giving me an hello heart, so hello to you as well. I can't say that when I read it. Hello to you, my love. She's giving me a lovely little traditional Hawaiian flower and a rainbow. Hello to Elaine. She says, just got back after having COVID booster. Good morning, Natalie and everyone from a cold but sunny Accrington. Amanda, no, I'm not at Haydock Park this weekend. I'm going down to Clacton. I'm going to the Totally Beads warehouse, which I'm really excited about, but I'm also quite disappointed I'm not getting to go to Haydock Park for the bead show because Beads Up North, I did that the last one that they had and we had such fun. It was amazing getting to meet all of you. So no, unfortunately, I won't be there this weekend, but if you're going, have an amazing time. Simon will be there from Totally Beads, so he'll have lots of lovelies, lots of goodies for you to have a little look at there on the stand, and you can you usually get some amazing kits out there as well, so I'm sure take your purse. I'm sure you'll have a lovely time. Good morning to Angela. Hello to Kim from Australia. Hello to Kay, and good morning to Debbie as well. So we've got lots of you in from all over the world, which is absolutely amazing. I'm going to take you over to the website now. So if you've not been here before, or you need a little bit of a recap, we are on totallybeads.co.uk, and you can find all of our video tutorials here at any time. So you can go into categories at the top and you can go onto the video tutorial section. There's this lovely big logo here at the top, which I'm going to click into, and you can scroll down and find them there as well. So as a little recap, if you are new to us and you're wondering, how have I not seen Totally Beads before? Well, we've been doing live tutorials, oh my goodness, way over 2 years now, and there is absolutely all sorts in there. So our recent makes, our recent tutorials are kept here at the top of the page. So there is the gemstone wire bangle that we made on Monday. We've got all the other makes that we've done this month as well, just sitting there at the top. You can go and have a little look if you've got some particular beads already and you think, what can I make with those? Then you can search for tutorials by bead. You can look by date. So you might think, what were we doing this time last year? You can have a little look in there. You can also go by kind. So you might think, I know I want to make a bracelet. What type of bracelet can I make with this inspiration? All there for you. We've got technique as well and a whole lot more. So there's lots and lots for you to find. But all of our recent tutorials and today's you'll find at the top. So today I'm doing the Camilla jewellery kit, which is this one. And as you can see, we've got 3 absolutely lovely colours for you. So we've got a rose gold colourway, we've got a gold colourway, and we've got a silver colourway. So on the silver is the French grey beads. You're getting 3 sizes of your beads in there, and all of your findings will be matching the silver. So your little lobster clasp, earring hooks, all of that, your chain, all going to be in silver with the French grey. It's gorgeous, gorgeous colour. We've got the golden haze, which is going to be on the gold findings, and we've got the rose pink on the rose gold colour as well. Each kit is £4.99 and you're going to get everything you need to make a necklace, a bracelet and a matching pair of earrings in each kit. However, if you think they're all just so lovely, you can get all 3 of them for £11, which is amazing. So you're going to be able to make up 3 necklaces, 3 bracelets, 3 pairs of earrings, all matching in each of those colourways for three kits for £11. You might decide, actually, I want 2 of the French grey and 1 of the pink. You can do that. You might want 3 kits of the same. You might think, you know, I think it might be nice to have some mother, daughter, and grandmother matching jewellery. Whatever it is, you can buy all of those kits, 3 for £11. An absolute bargain. So let's have a look what's in your kit. Look at all that you're getting in your kit for £4.99. You're getting 4 pieces of your 10mm pearls, 6 pieces of your 8mm pearls, and 6 pieces of your 6mm pearls. They're all going to be French grey, but you've got those 3 different sizes, your 6, your 8 and your 10mm, so you can graduate that necklace, bracelet and earrings. We've also got the most beautiful 6mm Diamonte, so that's going to add that little bit of sparkle. You're going to get 14 pieces of that in your kit, so that'll be enough to make your bracelet, your necklace and your earrings in this design that I've done. You're also getting 2 pieces of your 10mm Lobster Clasp, 1 for your bracelet, 1 for your necklace, 1 pair of ear wires, 2 ball pins, 8 pieces of your 6mm jump rings, and you're going to get the wire that you need to make those lovely kind of little focal parts in the middle of your bracelet and your necklace as well. And of course, you're getting the chain. So you're getting everything that you need to make this full set of jewellery for just £4.99. Here are the pictures. So that's your bracelet. They are your earrings. So I'm doing them in this design. You might decide, I just want 1 pearl on my earrings. I just want 2 pearls. That's entirely up to you how you put them together. But we've put enough in there so you've got the full set. So that one is the French grey. We've got the gorgeous golden haze. As I say, all the findings will be matching those colours. So your chain is going to match. It's going to be gold for this golden haze. The ear wires are also going to be gold, as are your jump rings and your lobster clasp. And those little rondelles as well, those little 6mm Diamantes, those lovely little round beads with those gorgeous Diamantes on. They're also going to be matching your colour. So if you get the silver, you get the silver ones. If you choose this one, you'll get the gold ones, and the rose gold will have a lovely rose gold finish to them as well. So this is your golden haze kit. Very, very pretty, really comfortable to wear. I forgot I've got the bracelet on and the earrings as well. I haven't put the necklace on because I just wanted to show you them on the bust. But that is your golden haze. Everything you need in there, £4.99. We also ship worldwide. So like some of you are watching today in Germany or in Australia or wherever you are, you can change your currency at the top here to whatever it is that your currency is, and you can see how much that's going to be to buy and also to ship to you. We do ship worldwide. So this one is the rose pink. Absolutely beautiful, very, very elegant, really easy to do, and a very quick make. So you're going to be able to make a full set of jewellery up in absolutely no time. £4.99 for your kit, or 3 for £11. So they are your colour choices today. 3 gorgeous colours to choose from. Or if you're getting the offer, then you can mix your colours. That's entirely up to you. So hopefully there's something there that you all like. I'm going to have a little bit of a scroll back through the comments. Kim's asking, do we ship to Australia? We most certainly do. Hopefully that's put you at ease. You can, pop it in your basket, watch this tutorial. And again, you can always watch back at a later date. So if you're waiting for your goodies to arrive and then they do arrive and you think, what was it I was doing with these? Go back into the tutorials that I've just shown you and you'll be able to catch us. We're always on YouTube as well, so you can have a little look in there. So hello to Kay, hello to Debbie, hello to Camille. Mina's wondering if Simon's coming to the NEC in November. I don't know. I'll check with him this weekend. I should see him on Friday. We're probably going to be like passing ships, I think, but I should see him this weekend. Hello to Alison. Oh, how lovely. Alison is thanking Lucy for helping her get connected with the bead club. So we do a bead club as well. Kitty runs a bead club. Lucy is also make sure all that runs smoothly, so you can join us there too. We do daytime classes and evening classes as well. So if you haven't got enough of the free live tutorials, you can always go to BeadClub too. This is the link for today's make. So we are totallybeads.co.uk/Facebook tutorials/Camilla jewellery kit. Good morning to Jackie. Lucy's loving the rose pink. I've answered Kim, we do ship worldwide, yes. Sharon saying good morning, creative beadeniers. Lucy's also loving the grey too. It's got like a blue grey steel colour to it. It's beautiful. Hello to Judith. She says it's a bit of a dull day where she is. Lucy's thinking she might treat herself to all 3 because it's a nice bargain today. It is a really good offer. 3 kits for £11. Good morning to Sue. She says, hi, Natalie and everyone. Dull and windy in North Devon today. Camille, you do need to go and get your glasses from town, otherwise you won't be able to see what we're doing, so make sure you don't miss your appointment. Sue's in as well. She says, good morning, Natalie and my beading family. From a reasonably bright stains, going to cast on the shelves for my daughter's jumper. Have I read that right? On the sleeves, not on the shelves, on the sleeves. While watching this, ready for a knit and natter this afternoon. Angela is loving the pink and grey ones, and Kim is saying, oh, thank you. She says, I'm such a great teacher, and she loves the channel. Well, we absolutely love you being with us as well, Kim. Right, I'm going to lift up my bust, so I'm going to show you. This is the bust, not, yeah. So these are the necklaces that we're doing. We're doing necklaces, bracelets, and earrings. She's got wonky shoulders like me, so I never hold it straight. So you can see that you can get all of this out of your kit. Let me lift this up without dropping that bracelet. They are so pretty. They're just lovely, and they're really, really easy to do. So I popped them on the bust to show you, but I will take you down on the map now, and I will show you them there too. So let's get going. So in your kit, you're going to be able to make up your beautiful earrings, your little bracelet, and your gorgeous necklace as well. Just pop that on the clamp so it doesn't slide off. Let me just undo that a little bit. Oh, I've got it twisted. Bear with. So you've got all of your kit, making all of those beautiful bits of jewellery. You've got the gold. Now I'm wearing the gold earrings and the gold bracelet. Here is the bracelet. So it just shapes lovely on top of your wrist and is tied together with a little bit of chain. And the French grey as well. I'm going to hold these up close to the camera so you can have a little look at how beautiful these beads are. Now, because they're such a quick make, today I'm going to make with all. I'm going to do the necklace in the pink, a bracelet in the gold colourway, and I'm going to do the earrings in this gorgeous French grey. So it's got like a beautiful kind of steel colour. The chain is gorgeous as well that you're getting with it. Quite chunky, but yet at the same time it still looks really delicate and elegant. Lucy says they're so pretty. Thank you very much. Wait till you see how easy it is to do these. That is your little matching bracelet. We're just going to add a little bit of curve in that with the wire. Do some little wrap loops either end. A little bit of focus, and that will sit pretty on your wrist. So they are the bracelets. And of course your little earrings as well. So having those little diamantes in them, just adding that extra little bit of sparkle and that lovely little ball tip finish on those ball pins as well. This is your beautiful golden haze. They're just so elegant. I think I love the soft sheen of the pearls against those diamantes, just adding that extra bit of sparkle. I think they look really, really classy. Sue's loving the grey as well. And Angela's loving my nails. Thank you very much. They're not the best. Did them last night, but there you go. Yeah, they're just really, really lovely and really comfortable to wear as well. And this is your beautiful pink. So it's a lovely soft blush colour. Really, really gorgeous. Again, your chain is going to be matching for you. Your findings are also going to be matching. And I just love how soft that pink is. So a full set of jewellery today. Let's get going. I'm going to start off with my chain. So you're going to get enough chain to make your necklace and your bracelet in your kit. Now with these, I like them to be around, hello Diane, she says these are very pretty. Thank you very much. I like my chain to sit about 40 centimetres. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to need two lengths at 20. So you can either measure two lengths at 20 or you can fold it in half and then open it up in the middle. Now what I want to make sure is that, because you'll see these chains are really gorgeous, you've got the smaller links in the middle and like a lovely wider one to break that up. So I think you get 5 links to the small and then one of the large, and that runs throughout it. I want to make sure that it's matching on both ends. So if I finished with a larger link on one side, I want to finish with a larger link on the other. Or if I'm going with the smaller, I want the smaller. So both ends are going to finish the same. I'm then going to take it up in the middle and half it. So I want this to be the same as well. So I'm going to go for this being the middle of my chain. As I say, I've got 5 links in there. So I'm just going to open up that middle link. So I'm just going to use my pliers to open up that chain just like I would do with a jump ring. My hands are cold this morning, and I'm just going to take off that middle link. I don't need that one. So my chain is going to be roughly about 20 centimetres on each side. They need to be the same length because we want them to hang evenly. And I've got 2 little links on one and then the 5 little links on the end. So that's going to hang nice and evenly. Now I'm going to just start off really quickly by just attaching my findings to this piece of chain. So I'm going to open up my jump rings and pop in as much of a kind of my surface area into my pliers. So I'm just holding up that little tiny hole or little kind of opening on that jump ring, and I'm just going to twist it towards me or away from me. As you know, don't want to distort the shape of that ring. So I'm going to put a jump ring on one side and my lobster clasp too. Let's just get this lobster clasp through. So I'm just giving it a little wiggle. Dropped it. Where's that jump ring gone now? Just managed to fire that jump ring somewhere. Where has it gone? I'm sure I'll find it in a little bit. Let's redo that one. So I'm opening up another jump ring because I don't know where that other one's just fired off to. If you can see it, let me know. Oh, there it is. Okay, so I'm popping on my lobster clasp. So I'm holding it on, giving it a little wiggle. It will go through. There you go. And I'm just attaching that jump ring onto the end of that chain and then closing it up. So to close it up, I'm just going back in the opposite direction. So I opened it up towards me. I'm now going away from me. I'm going just slightly past the point that it closes or it meets. And then when I let go, it will spring fully closed. And then I'm just going to pop the other jump ring on the other side and close that up. So when I'm attaching my necklace, I can just pop that on there. So there we go, we've got the chain already. Let's start making these lovely little beaded little focal points. So I'm using the wire today that's in my kit. It's the 0.8 wire, 0.8 millimeter, and I've cut about 4 inches of my wire. So I'm just going to make little wrap loops on either end. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold my wire about 1 inch or so from the end. I'd like to have quite a lot really to work with because I want to be able to make these wrap loops. And the more of a tail you've got, the easier it is. So I'm going to pinch it about 1 inch from the end, and I'm going to put a little 90-degree bend into my wire. And then going to take my round nose pliers, or if you've got bail making pliers like the 6-step looper, you can use that as well. What I want to make sure is that each end of my little beaded bar, so to speak, has the same size loops on there or thereabout, and the same amount of wraps. So what you can do is you can take your round nose pliers and you could pop a little mark with like a marker pen or something just on the tip of your pliers, and you know then whenever you turn the next loop it's going to be the same size. I've not done that. I'm just going to use my eye and kind of determine. The more practice you get at these, the neater they become. There are loads of different ways to make a wrap loop. Lots of people have lots of different methods. Some will hold it a little higher up from that bend and then start to wind that wire round into the loop. I tend to position mine just underneath that bend. So whereabout I want my loops to be, I want quite small loops. And then I just bring that wire, that tail end around, reposition my round nose pliers, and then keep bringing that little tail end all the way around. So I'm making, it looks like a little bit of a lollipop shape. It's not a pea shape. That little loop that we've just created is sitting fairly central on the top of that little wire. Now I'm going to take another pair of pliers, any will do, some flat nose or whatever, and I'm just going to hold that loop that I've just made with my pliers. Now if you don't want to mark your wire, this is a lovely wire, it's very, very sturdy. Using the 0.8 I think is really soft, really easy to turn those loops with, but it's strong as well, so you probably only need about two wraps. I like to make 3 wraps. I think it looks pretty, but we'll just see how we go. But if you don't want to mark the wire, you can always pop a little bit of tape around your pliers as well. So I'm going to hold that in place, and then with another pair of pliers, I can still use my round nose, doesn't matter. I'm just going to take that tail end and I'm going to start to wrap it around the neck of this little loop. So holding with a pair of pliers, doesn't matter which ones, just picking whatever's up to hand, taking my others, and just going to start to wrap that right the way around. Don't worry if this bends out of shape, you can remanipulate it and straighten it out. So I'm going to wrap once, twice, let's see, I'll do a third one. So having that long tail end is just making sure that I've got enough to wrap with. You can wrap it with your fingers as well, it's nice and soft. So I'm just creating 3 little wraps, just going nicely around that top little loop. If you want to, you can come in with your pliers and just give it a little press down, because I want these loops, these little wraps, to be nice and neat next to each other. No big gaps in there, nice and neat at the top. So I've got those 3 little wrap loops. I can now come in and cut it off. So I'm going to take my cutters, give it a trim nice and close. So I've just cut off that little end, and then with my pliers I'm just going to give it a little tuck down. Now if you want to, you can put your round nose pliers back in, and that just gives you something to hold on to. Just squishing that little wire that I've just cut off close into that wire, so if I run my finger on it, I'm not going to catch it on anything. So that's my first little wrap loop, and now I'm going to start adding my beads. So I'm going to go for the smallest bead first, which is my 6mm. I'm going to pop that little pearl on, just move that chain up out the way just for now, just so we can see what I'm doing. And then I'm going to pop on my gorgeous, gorgeous sparkle. You can see how lovely they are. Again, this is in the rose gold, so it's matching. Popping one of them on. Then I'm going to move up to the slightly larger bead. So I've got my 8mm bead, and I'm popping that on. And then I'm going to add 2 of these little Diamantes. They can sit just nicely next to each other. Then I'm going to go for the largest bead, which is my 10mm. Adding on another 2 of my Diamantes, so we're just reversing that order and graduating back down in size. 1 more of my 8mm pearls, the last of my little Diamante, and finishing off with the smallest. So I'm going to have this as my lovely little focal, and now I'm just going to make a wrap loop on the other side. Now bear in mind, I'm not going to bend at a 90-degree angle too close to that bead, because I want to leave a little bit of a space for the 3 little wraps I've done. So I'm just going to look at it by eye and say I would imagine that would be enough from the top of my bead to fit those wraps in. And then I'm going to bend it again at a 90-degree angle. And I'm bending that at a 90-degree angle, so when I make this wrap loop, it will sit nice on top. I'm going to pop in my round nose pliers again, around the same size. If I want to double check, I can just pop my round nose into that and go, okay, that hole is, that little loop is at this point. So I'm going to put it on that point of my pliers. Got a little bit of fluff there on my round nose pliers. So I'm holding it close up. And then going to turn this all the way around the top of my round nose. I'm going to reposition my wrist, holding my round nose, and bring that over the top. Probably got a little bit of a gap there. I don't think I'm going to need that much. And then I'm just going to start wrapping that round again. So either with your pliers or your fingers, just to start creating those little wrap loops. As I say, it's nice and malleable, so you can use your fingers if you don't want to use your tools. I'm going to give those wraps a little bit of a push down, just to make sure they're all nice and neat. And then I'm going to come in with my cutters, trim off any excess that I don't need, and then just give that a little tuck in. So again, I'm going to hold my round nose pliers in my less dominant hand, for me is my left, and then just with my dominant hand, I'm going to pick up my pliers just to squish that right in, so we don't want any sharp bits sticking out. And then I'm just going to give it a little look to check that's neat. I want to make sure that my loops are facing the same direction, so I can pick up my pliers and just give them a little bit of a twist if I need to. And then I'm just going to add a little bit of a shape to it. Now you can keep it flat like this if you want to, or you can just turn up the ends ever so slightly. So I'm going to take the front, hold it as it's going to be when it's worn, and I'm just going to turn very slightly, a little bit with my fingers, just to create that little bit of a shape. And now I can just attach them directly on to my necklace. So I'm just going to reposition them, can lay it flat on the table, just manipulate that with my fingers, make sure I'm happy. If I need to straighten up any of those loops a little bit, I can do so. And now I can just attach that onto my chain. So I'm going to take another 2 of my jump rings. The good thing with a wrap loop is they're really sturdy. They're not going to open up. So if your chain is pulled, they're not going to open, they're not going to fall off. So I'm just using the end of the chain, opening up my jump rings and attaching on my lovely little connecting part with the beads just to that chain with the jump ring, and then closing that jump ring up. Really easy, really pretty. And that is my necklace done. So pretty much the same again with the bracelet. I'm going to cut about 4 inches of my wire, and I'm going to make a little wrap loop. Now you're going to use in this, I'm going to use exactly the same amount of my pearls, but instead of having those 2 little Diamantes in the center, I'm just going to use 1, so it's going to be slightly smaller, and I'm going to put them on in the same order. So my 6, my 8, my 10, reversing down to my 8 and my 6mm with my little spaces in between. Good morning, Mandy. She says, morning, Natalie. Bit late. Oh, she's watching in the caravan. How lovely. So I want to make my bracelet to be the width of my wrist, there or thereabouts, so it sits nice and comfortably. So again, I'm going to take my length of wire, straighten it out if you need to. I'm going to hold about 1 inch down and give a 90-degree bend. Now, if you want to, when we've done the wrap loop, you can keep your tail end on once you've done the other one. And then if you need to add that a little bit more or take a wrap off, you can do, making sure those beads fit nice and snugly. I'm going to pick up my round nose pliers again, pop that in to that bend, start to bring my wire right around, can reposition my wrist, making sure that loop is sitting nice and neat on top. You can keep your round nose in and wrap it that way, or you can hold on to it where that bend is, just to make sure that loop's not moving out of place. Take your pliers and start to give that a twist. So when I bring this first loop around, I want it to fit nice and closely to where that loop is. So it's looking like it's got a little scarf on or something at the moment. So I'm wrapping it round. If you want to, again, you can swap if you think it's easier to hold it in your other hand once you've done that little loop. Make sure I'm in shot and in camera so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm just bringing that little tail end round. So I'm wrapping 3 times. As I say, if you want to, you can keep that little tail end, and then if I think actually I need an extra one, you can add an extra one on, or if I've got too much, I can unwrap that. And now I'm going to pop my beads on. I will leave that tail end on for now. So I'm going to go for the smallest pearl. Then I'm going for my Diamonte, the middle size pearl, which is my 8mm, another Diamonte, 10mm pearl, Diamonte, back to the 8, and then again down to the 6, which is the smallest. So you can see by cutting that 4 inches of wire, I've got more than enough to be able to make those little wrap loops. I'm only going to need, let's see, the beads itself with the wrap loops will just be about 2 inches, which I think will be enough to cover the centre of your wrist. So again, I'm going to make the other little wrap loop, but again, I don't want to do straight close to that bead when I make that bend. I need to leave that little bit of space, which is probably about 1mm or so. So I'm coming back in with my pliers, leaving the space that I need, giving it that little bend. So I'm bending it away from me. But again, everyone's got their own method of how this works for them. I'm then going to bring that wire round, reposition my wrist. So now that loop is sitting neatly on top and fairly central. I'm going to hold it with my pliers to keep it in place. And then with my other pliers, or my round nose, I'm going to start to wrap it round. So I'm wrapping around once. Can, if you need to, just give it a little squish in to make sure that next loop is sitting underneath the one we've just created. If you want to, once you've done that first one, you can pop your round nose back in. Just give yourself something to hold on to while you bring those wraps round. So I've got 3 little wraps, and that's fairly close towards those beads. I don't think I need to add any more wraps on. They are nice and snug in the middle. So now I can trim those ends off. So I'm coming in, I'm using my cutters, and I'm using the flush side of the cutters so I can get in close. Just hold that little end as you trim it off. And then I'm going to come in and give it a little tuck down. If you want, again, pop your round nose back into that loop, just to give yourself something to hold on to. So you can see at the moment, it's sticking up a little bit. Don't want anything to be sticking up because I don't want that to be going against my wrist and catching on anything like my clothes. So I'm just coming in, giving it a little pinch, flattening that right down. And then the same on the other side. Coming in with my cutters, giving it a little trim, close up to that bead. And then give it a little tuck down. Lovely. Again, I can just check that those little loops are sitting straight and manipulate them if I need to. And then I can put a little bit of a curve in that. So all I'm doing is just pushing down on those 8mm beads very gently with my fingers, and my thumbs are sitting by the 6, and I'm creating that lovely little curve. So when this now fits on my wrist, it's going to have that lovely rounded shape. And now I'm just going to add on my chain. So I'm going to cut the length of chain that I think I want. Again, I want the ends to be the same. So I want, if I'm using a larger link at the end, I want the larger link to be at the other end too. You can just open up the chain if you want and pop it directly onto those little wrap loops. But you've got enough jump rings in your kit today for the bargain price that it is, that you can add on your jump rings and attach your chain that way. So what I tend to do, if I know the size roughly that I need, I tend to attach my jump rings on first, and then I create the opening with my clasp. So once I put the jump rings on, I'm going to find the centre. I know this looks small, but I have got very small wrists. You've got enough chain in your kit to create the length that you need. And you can also, like I've got here, make a little bit of an extension chain as well out of it. So if you're making it a gift to someone and you're not sure of the size, then they can always use the links in the chain, which are a lovely, lovely size to get that lobster clasp in if they need to make that a little bit smaller. So I'm finding the central link, which is this larger one, and I'm just going to open that out. So again, I'm going to hold on with my pliers, take that off, and then I can attach my findings onto there to make that opening. So I can attach my bracelet onto my wrist. So little jump ring through the hole on that last link of the chain, sliding on my jump ring, my lobster clasp rather, to my jump ring, and then just closing that up, making sure I close that up nice and properly. And then another jump ring onto the other end and closing that over. So now I've got my lovely little bracelet. I've already got one on, so I'll slide that down a little bit. And having that little curve in the beads is just going to make it sit pretty. If I need to, I'm going to make sure that loop is just twist a little bit, just so my ends are sitting nice and flat. There you go. So that's the bracelet. So necklace, bracelet done in no time. And you've also got enough in your kit to make your beautiful earrings as well. So to make the earrings, the design I've chose is going to be all of the pearls. So my 10, my 8 and my 6, graduating from the largest to the bottom to the smallest at the top. And I'm going to put my lovely little Diamonte sparkles in between. So I'm going to use one of the ball pins, which is going to be in your kit. It's got that lovely little ball finish on the top, so it makes your earrings look very, very elegant. You could use a head pin, but then you're going to have that little flat end like a nail tip finish. And I think the ball pins just make earrings look really, really pretty. Lucy says it's a gorgeous bracelet. Thank you, Lucy. She's also shared the link again, which I will pop on the screen for you. totalybeads.co.uk/Facebook tutorials Camilla Jewellery Kit. Thank you very much. Okay, so to make the earrings, couldn't be any more straightforward. I am sliding on my largest pearl. And again, if you want to, you might think, I don't want that smallest pearl on, I might just leave it like this. And you could do them like that. But you've got enough in your kit today, so you can use this design. So gorgeous little sparkles, which go all the way around, sparkly everywhere. And then I'm just going to do my little loops. Now you can make wrapped loops with these, or you can just do a normal turned loop. It's entirely up to you. I think as we've got the wrapped loops on the bracelet and the necklace, then I'm going to do exactly the same with this. So I'm going to leave a little gap at the top. So I'm just going to hold it with my pliers, and I'm going to bend that pin to around a 90-degree angle. I'm going to come in with my round nose. I only want small loops on this. And I'm going to start to bring that pin round. Now, as I say, you don't have to do wrap loops on these if you don't want to. They look pretty, so you can do. Just making sure that that little loop is sitting at the top. I'm going to hold it again firmly with my pliers, and then I'm just going to take that little tail end and I'm going to start to move that round. Now obviously when you're using the 0.8 wire, it is copper and it's nice and soft. These you will find are a little bit more, I don't know, stiffer I suppose, the wire, so it's hardened, which is fine. It's still really easy to do. I'm going to come back in with my round nose pliers just to give that a little knock, a little bit of a tilt, and keep that sitting a little bit more central. And then I'm going to just pinch that down. So I'm only going to do probably 2 wraps with this. You could just do the one. Am I in shot? No, I'm not. Again, just holding it really close up to my face so I can see what I'm doing. I'm going to give that a little pinch together, just to keep that loop neatly underneath the other one. I'm going to start to turn that in. Just pinching it a little bit as I go. I often turn it round so it's easier to see what I'm doing rather than trying to get the underneath. Give it a little pinch, keep flipping it around. I would say those 2 wraps would be more than enough. But rather than trim it, which you can do, just going to keep tucking it in a little bit. So all I'm doing is just taking it off every now and again, just to make sure that that's fully pushed in. Again, I don't want this tangling in my hair, so I'm just going to use my pliers to just squish that wire into itself. I'm going to give it a little tiny trim. Again, just covering it with my finger so it doesn't fly away, making sure that that is definitely got that tail end pushed in firmly. Will do. And then all I need to do is just add it onto my earring hook. So I'm going to open up my earring hook just very gently, opening it up by giving it a little flick up, not too much, and then slide that little loop I've just made onto the earring and close it again. There you go. Now obviously you want your earrings to be the same, so whatever you've done on this one, you need to have on the other one. That's in regards to your position of your beads, how you've popped in these little diamantes, and also if you've made a wrapped loop on one, make a wrapped loop on the other one as well. If you don't want to do a wrapped loop on them, I'll show you how to do that as well, that's no problem. Really quick, just going to give it a little bend. This time I'm bending it right close in to that last bead, excuse me, because I don't need that space to make that wrap. And then going to cut off, leaving probably about a centimetre or so. Hold on to the end of that little length while I give it a cut so it doesn't fire away. Take my round nose pliers, and I'm going to position this little end of my earring pin into my round nose pliers. I'm keeping that flush so there's nothing sticking out the other end. And I'm just going to start giving it a little turn. So I flick it up, reposition my wrist, and then I start to turn that loop. I then pop it back in just to straighten it up and make sure that loop is fully closed over. I don't think I was in shot then. I do apologise. Diane said she's going to miss seeing me on Sunday. I know. Well, I'm sure I'll be at the next one, whenever that is. It'll probably be next year now. Again, just opening up my earring hook, sliding that on, and there you go. Obviously, these aren't perfectly matching because I've done one with a wrap loop and one without, but they are my lovely little earrings as well. How quick was that to make a whole jewellery set in not even half an hour, I wouldn't imagine. So let me bring myself up. Hello again. So I will pop my necklace on just to show you how easy it is. There you go. Again, probably shouldn't be wearing it with the jumper. Something with a lower neckline may have worked, but I do like it sitting about here. That is with about 40 centimetres of my chain, so 20 on each side. So in your kits today, I'm going to take you back over to the website just to show you the absolutely amazing bargains. We've got the Camilla kit. There are 3 to choose from: French grey, golden haze or rose pink. They are £4.99 each, or 3 for £11. Absolute bargain. Everything you need in your kit to make these lovely, making it even bigger. Don't know why I'm making it so large. So much for joining me. It was as simple and as quick as it could possibly be. Lucy says, very pretty little set, loves it. Kim says, you make the loops look so easy. I battle with it. And Tutu says, very lovely. I don't think I made them look as easy as it was, to be honest. Everyone's got their own method of doing it. As I say, some people then hold, after the bend, their round nose up a little bit higher and then start to rotate to bring that loop round. Others bend it over the top, flip their pliers the other way, and then bend it back away from them. I like to bend the wire away from me and then turn the loop towards me. Whatever it is that works for you. But like everything, it is just practice. All I would say is once you've created those wrap loops, just give it a little look by eye and think, are my loops sitting evenly? You don't want one sitting horizontal and one kind of flat vertical. So just give them a little manipulate, excuse me, with your pliers, just to make them sit pretty and even like this. So today, for £4.99, I've got my bracelet, my earrings and my necklace. Really, really quick, really pretty to do. So thank you. I won't see you on Friday. Kitty will be with you on Friday. I couldn't tell you what she's doing. I will be watching on a train. Fingers crossed if it all turns up and everything runs smoothly. And I will be with you on Monday. But I will be with you on Monday down in Clacton. So you'll see me, well, Frinton actually, because I'll be doing the live from Kitty's house. So you're going to get to see me there, which will be very lovely. I'm always a little bit computer illiterate when it comes to Kitty's computer settings, because she's just got millions of buttons and cameras and everything everywhere. So do bear with me on Monday. The make is going to be really, really nice. Again, I'm going to be doing I'm doing necklaces with you on Monday, but they're going to be should I give too much away? I'm going to be making infinity bows with them. And you'll have to wait and see what that is. They are really, really straightforward to do, but I think just look very, very sweet. So please come and join me again on Monday, and come and watch Kitty here at 10 o'clock on Friday. Have a lovely day. Lucy says, have a safe journey down, Natalie. Thank you so much for spending time with us today. Well, thank you. Thank you to everybody wherever you're watching from. Have a lovely rest of the week, and I will see you next week. So take care. Bye.